under consideration by the Environment Protection Authority and the Planning Minister is a proposal to construct and operate a waste incinerator in Lara. The plant location is in MacManus Road, embedded in farming and residential zones. Here is an official government map, a VicPlan map, which shows the zones around the proposed Lara Big Incinerator site. The site is the little red dot in the middle of this map. The pink zones are residential areas. The orange zones are rural living zones, which are also residential areas, generally on larger blocks. And the light green areas show farmland. The farmland is quite significant in our consideration of toxic emissions from waste incinerators. In order to work out how much red top bin waste and how much combustible commercial and industrial or C&I waste is realistically available to the Lara Big Incinerator, we looked at all the local government areas out to the west of Wyndham Shire, and we added the yellow LGAs. The red dots show the amounts of red top bin waste and combustible C&I waste which is generated by those LGAs. The statistics behind those red dots are official government statistics, and the references are shown on this slide. When we totaled the amounts of realistically available waste in the orange and yellow LGAs, we got a total of about 110,000 tonnes per annum. We believe the Lara Big Incinerator will not receive any significant quantities of feedstock from Melbourne, because we believe that will be going to the REA, or Recovered Energy Australia, waste to energy gasification plant in Laverton North, and to other landfills and other waste to energy plants in the state of Victoria. Same for north of Melbourne. Under the current proposal, we believe that garbage trucks will not be driving from Melbourne 42 kilometres past the REA in Laverton North to dump their loads in Lara, returning 42 kilometres empty. All the waste will be arriving at the Lara Big Incinerator in trucks. Lots of trucks. Under our Western Victoria feedstock scenario, trucks could be coming from as far away as the South Australian border, some 300 kilometres from Lara, returning empty. Of course, this is preposterous. Less preposterous is the notion that garbage might arrive in ships into Corio Quay. The movement of garbage by ship has been common but unpopular. Just ask the Canadians and the Filipinos. Corio Quay is less than 15 kilometres by train from the Lara Big Incinerator. The rail corridor already exists. Only the last 2 kilometres of track would need to be replaced. And a hint of this scenario is given in the Lara Big Incinerator Works Approval Application 7.3, where it says, quote, "Provision has also been made for an additional future train to the east of the main process plant, which could increase the waste input by a further 200,000 tonnes per annum to 600,000 tonnes per annum in total." Unquote. Imagine that. Currently, there is no legal impediment to the importation of waste into Victoria for the purpose of incineration. This pie chart shows the disparity between the amount of feedstock or waste that is realistically available to the Lara Big Incinerator and the capacity of the plant, which is currently rated at 400,000 tonnes per annum. The utilisation of the plant, we estimate, would only be about 27% if provided with 110,000 tonnes per annum. This chart is based on official government statistics, and you can see the references on this slide. At a utilisation rate of only 27%, we believe that the Lara Big Incinerator would not be commercially viable. What you are looking at here is the locations of the 150 plus schools and preschools in our local government area, the City of Greater Geelong, or COGG. Each little red flag is a school or preschool. The light blue circles show 5 kilometre intervals from the incinerator chimney. You will notice that COGG also includes large areas of farmland. Our keynote speaker, Dr. Peter Tate, will talk to us about the public health implications of waste incineration, particularly relating to mothers and babies who become school communities in a few short years. Can toxic emissions reach these school communities? The answer is another question. How far does the wind blow? No school in COGG is more than 35 kilometres from the chimney or stack of the proposed Lara Big Incinerator. And the solid waste from the furnaces will need to be buried somewhere. So we try to prevent toxins from that leaching into groundwater and seawater and entering the food chain in that way. Our generation has a responsibility to protect our most vulnerable people and ecosystems from preventable harm. My name is Charles Street. I am a retired biochemist and science teacher. I am a Lara resident, a member of the Lara Care Group, and a member of Geelong Sustainability. My front door is less than 2 kilometres from the proposed Lara Big Incinerator. I am grateful for the opportunity to show you this information and hear the presentations of our learned speakers. Thank you.